Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verify business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to Cloud Test Lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and tech support.
That string as equal to new string and then we give ABC, right? So this will be in the string pool or it will be go in the area of memory.
One in heap, one in constant pool.
Okay, so the ABC will be in the string pool, but that S, that will be in the area of memory, right? As string S, that reference.
S is a local variable, right?
Oh yeah.
It's on stack.
Right.
Local variables are always on stack.
Right, okay. Okay, sure, thank you.
Neha, one more question. Might be a silly question. System.out.println, when I am writing A1, comparing it with the equal to S, is there any concept of equivalent hash code coming in here?
No. When you say equals, there's no concept of equals or hash code that's coming in here. It just compares A1 and S and it prints it. So if you see this out println, right, you have many overloaded methods, right? So it doesn't just boolean, it is just printing it out. There's nothing that equals or hash code is coming into picture right here.
Okay, so that is just for the collection. If I say the sets, hash sets, and all that, that's where those things comes into the picture. Yeah.
So Neha, in case the interviewer asks a question, the string S equal to new string and then string A1 equal to ABC, those are give a false result. It will be equal method. What will be the reason behind it?
The reason behind it is they're pointing to two different objects. One is pointing to the one in the constant pool, and S is pointing to the object that's created on the heap. So equals compare returns true. Results to true only when both the references are pointing to the same object. It doesn't compare the contents of the object. Double equals it just true or results true only when both the references are pointing to the same object. It doesn't compare the equality of the object. Equality of the object or meaningful comparison between the objects is taken care by the equals method.
Okay, so the same answer I gave an interviewer and he said my concept is not clear, then what will be my reply?
Sorry?
The same reason I gave that interviewer and he told me that my concept is not very clear, and then after that he did not give me the explanation. Then what will be my reply?
No, see, the reason I don't know what sort of thing, the way you said might not be convincing for me. The reason is double equals just compare like the references, the addresses, A1 is pointing to an object, it has that address. S is pointing to a different object, it has that address. So when I compare, when both addresses will be same, when both the references are pointing to the same object, right?
Right.
It's as simple as that. There is nothing rocket science little in it. They're just the references. They point an object, so when they will be equal, then they both are pointing to the same object.
Right, but if I'm giving the same reason and if the interviewer does not get agree with me, he wants me to get angry, what should I answer him?
No, the interviewer, no matter what, sometimes interviewers are, little irritating, but still we have to handle them with patience. Maybe they're just trying to check your patience. There are different kind of interviewers that check from a different perspective. Some interviewers, they just concentrate on the very basics. They ask string, immutable, overriding, and then end up the interview also, right? Mm-hmm. But it is the same question. It depends on how confidently you are answering it. So if you take different examples and say, if I have string S is equal to just ABC and ABC, so both the strings are pointing to the same one in the constant pool. So both the references are pointing to the same string, then the double equals returns true. But when I say new string, it's a different string object. Although the content of the string was same, it's a different object. That's the reason double equals returns false. So you can take examples and explain them. But the reason is double equals, no matter strings or any object, it compares the references, right? The address. So it returns true only when both the references are pointing to the same object.
Mm-hmm.
It has been asked to me in one of the interview, if say you have string as mutable, or say any of the primitive classes like the integer class or the double class that would have been mutable, then what would have?
See, string is more a kind of the database URLs, passwords, and all these things we make it. So if at all string is immutable and it was ever tried to override the URLs of the database or usernames or passwords, it's a big security threat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and of course, an immutable class has to be final, because when you extended the immutability, you can change the the concept of immutability, right? And that's the reason it makes more sense to have it as final. So, like the database URLs and all these things, it shouldn't be changed. String is a kind of widely used for all the parameters, like any network connection or database connections and all these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one more reason we could say is synchronization, right? A string is immutable, the same string could be used across, right? I have something which I'm using, a constant which I'm trying to use it across. A string is immutable. We can share, string instance thread safe. Right? Mm-hmm. So if you want to go with the thread safe, we go with the string. And of the later versions, we have string buffer also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not get that last question. What was the question? Is the integer or number is immutable, then what will be the result? What was that one was the question?
No, if it is mutable, what is the disadvantage? Right? So we're saying, it's just, see, there is nothing like, this is the answer. If you give this answer, it's right. So it's more about, there are different reasons for it. It's how we are able to say it and convince the interviewer, right? So all these URLs or database URLs, the network connections, URLs, passwords, they are all strings, right? So it makes no sense to make them as immutable, right? And what is the reason? The synchronization issues. So the synchronization issues could also be, string works fine in a multi-threaded environment because it's an immutable object. It could be shared across threads. And one more thing, like as it's an immutable object, the hash code of the string is cached. We can cache the hash code on the string, because if the string is changing, the hash code, of course, should get changed, and there is no point in caching it, right? So, that's one of the reasons you could say. So when you say a reason, just don't say it like, we want to cache the hash code. But, explain it in a more sense like, we cache the hash code, but if a string is not immutable, if someone could change it, there is no point in caching it. So, as in we have to regenerate it. Manoj, you were asking something, I'm sorry. equals
Why
to.
hash code for string?
We discussed the hash code, right? The hash code method which returns a unique integer on a specific object, right?
Yeah,
And
but
this hash code is
we are using to find a container or a bucket where we are putting the same.
yes. So instead of generating it again or something, for string it's cached. It's cached for string. For a specific string, we could cache it because it's not going to change, right?
Okay.
So what's the question?
No, I was confused why you were saying a hash code for a string.
No, every object has a hash code, right? String is an object. It has a hash code.
Okay. On that way. Okay, on that way. Okay.
Right?
But like in English, string, something like that. I thought like that. Okay.
Okay, a string is also an object code. So string has a hash code. Every object has a hash code in Java. So we have the hash code method which returns the hash code on the specific object. So,
Yeah.
kind of reason. Save. So finish it outside. The equals and hash code is like, it's very important, not just for the interviews. Even when we code, it's very important. Equals and hash code. Equals, we just try, even with experience, we just try to import it. We just try to class and before we to have the equals method. So it's a good practice to have it when we write any of our user-defined classes. So we're just setting the string and there's a substring. The functionality is like same as a substring which we use it in Java. So we're extracting the substring and we're just sending it here. So I'm trying to replace, I have a string hello Manoj. In that, I'm trying to replace Manoj with Sachin. So when I just print it out, my output will be hello Sachin. The replace is replacing the contents of Manoj with Sachin. So the page on screen, which is see here saying hello Sachin. So my root string is hello Manoj, and we're using a replace to replace Manoj with Sachin. And here the content returns true if the EL is contained in this string 2 is contained in string 1, it returns true. And here we have my name is Sheetal, and we are splitting it as an array, and we are using the join. Here we have separating with comma, and we are using a hyphen to just join them. So we get it using the, and we have an escape XML so that when we say it doesn't treat it as an the XML, it doesn't treat. It just treats as a normal text and it just prints you like this. Without escaping the text, right? This comes in bold because when you put it in a B, it will be bold, right? But when you escape this XML, they just come as normal text here. So sometimes when you want to escape it, you could do that. So that's more about different JSTL tags, the code, format, SQL tags, XML tags, and function tags.
What we're learning tomorrow?
Your favorite topic?
Which one? String or web services?
JUnit? JUnit?
No.
You were the one who was asking that. I'm just kidding. It's your favorite topic?
Sachit was asking. No, not me.
Oh, to have JUnit prior to just things, right? But usually we do have like the JUnits at the end. That's like, threads and strings, and then we jump on the JUnit.
Actually, I found one book. Basically, it says that interview companion, but it's very good explanation of each and every topic we covered until. So his name is, it's like $7
Yeah,
a
yeah.
week.
Yes, I know Interview Companion, but it's like yeah, I think for a starter, but it takes so much of time to go through each and everything.
It's like it will explain you.
It's
how
the best, you know, I don't know, it's the best place or one to talk for the interview preparation. It is the best. I have seen.
Yeah,
So far,
actually,
whatever I
it's
have seen, it is the best.
for understanding purpose also. Like most of the times, like I was learning Java when I was learning Java at that time, I didn't understand what web server is and what is web container and what is application server and how they are separated and what's the difference is. So basically, they draw the picture how exactly where HTML goes, where serverless and JSP goes, or where
Yes,
EJB is. So I mean, if anyone want to buy it, I just paste it in a chat window.
I think I have the soft copy also. I have the soft copy.
They have a soft copy like $6 or $7, I guess.
Okay.
So, yeah. So they have picture of application server how application server looks like and the structure of WAR file or dynamic web project and all.
Okay, any other doubts? I'll check for the soft copy, and it's like I can all download it probably. Everything is what I was just seeing. But whatever I have it, I'll try to send it. I mean, you can just buy the book also, I think.
You can buy the book. It's $7, I guess. It's on Hulu.com. Yeah.
But trust me, folks, it's worth $7,000.
It's very good book. I mean,
yeah, the book worth $7,000. Yeah.
And basically, it's like most
but
of
actually, if you try to see it in very initial stages, you usually get more confused. But after little learning, I advise you to start it. Like some basics. It's not that you cannot start it on the first day. You can start it, but you need to have more patience. They have an explanation that, we need to have patience to start it on a day one, but you can start it because it differs from person to person. But with that book, you can understand the minute details or minute differences and all this. I think thanks, Manoj, for bringing the.
Yeah, this one. I'm using it for a long time. Other thing is like people are asking how this equal to and equals and all.
Yeah, it has some vast. It is vast. I don't say anything is not useful in it, but for people who want to prepare so fast for your interviews, that book is like little huge.
Yeah, but for like a basic concept, basically most of the interviewers asking a basic concept in Go Java. You can use that head first.
Yes, and you have like the index wherein you find it for. Interview preparation is something logical that we do. It should go on logical. Coding is something different than it's just you don't need to code. You just convince that you can do, right?
Yeah, that's right. No, they check for attitude. Basically, when I'm taking interview, I'm checking for attitude. So.
Yes, exactly. That's what you can do it. So it's like even we work on 9-10 frameworks. The next day you might need to work on a different framework which you haven't seen it or used it, right? So it's always the ability to work. It's not that you know everything inside it. Okay, any other questions? So anyone has any concerns in having JUnit class tomorrow? Like, do you think that's important and you want to show up for class tomorrow, or any reason?
So you're taking JUnit 3.0 or 4. JUnit 4.
Probably JUnit 4. It's just the explanation. There are some more functionalities that are added with versions. It's just a jar file that we need to include, right?
Yeah, that's right. But they
basically
are different, right?
What context? You mean to say they're not backward compatible like Java?
No,
Manoj?
yeah, so what I'm trying to tell is in unit 3, I guess we have test at the beginning or in JUnit or something like that. So that's the
You don't
difference.
have it in JUnit 4. We have the test annotation in JUnit 4 also, right?
Yeah. So, no, why I'm asking because sometimes it's like people teaching the old things, not the latest one. That's why I'm asking. Anyhow,
You
it
want
won't make a difference.
yeah, you want to have JUnit 4? That's fine. I mean, I think I'm using JUnit 4 actually. 4.5 or
That's fine,
something. What's any of that?
Neha, are you going to teach the Mavi?
Teach?
Mavi tools?
Maven? M-A-V-E-N?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, I'm planning to provide a overview on the kind of Maven as I think it's really important.
So actually, I'm using the Maven and I'm trying to connect Hibernate and trying to use the Oracle, but the Maven is not allowing me to use that artifact for Oracle JDBC. It says missing artifact, and then it says
Okay. See, basically whatever we specify as a dependencies, it should be present in that repository. Whatever the repository that we are specifying, it should be part of the repository. So you should be able to connect to the repository and whatever you are specifying in your settings.xml, where exactly the repo is present, that particular jar file, the dependency that you are adding should be present there. If it is not present there, it says missing artifact.
Actually, manually I copy and then I try to copy through the command also, but nothing is working out. So if you have time, then
in settings.xml, you specify where your repository is. In your repository, you should be having the specific jar file in the exact location, the package or the pertaining to the group ID. Then only that artifact gets resolved.
If I give the access to my control, can you be able to figure it out, or it will take some time?
I could see it. See, open your settings.xml. You have your settings.xml when you install Maven, right? You have the settings.xml?
Yes, I have.
Yes, you will be specifying the repository in that, right? Where is your repository? Where is your Maven repository? You have it in your local machine?
Yeah. Yes, it is somewhere. It is in M2 directory. It is.
Okay. In C users, it's M2, .m2, right? So you have like com and all the flow, right? You have the folder structure and you should have that jar file in the specified folder. If you have that in specified folder, it should get resolved.
I manually copied those two jar files which I needed, but still it doesn't work.
It still says not resolved?
No. It gives me the same error like missing artifact.
Could you just try to delete the project info and then try to update Maven dependencies?
I did many times, but I will do one more time.
Did you delete the project info and try to update the Maven dependencies?
I tried, but it's not working. Maybe I'm not getting it.
Better do it from the command prompt. Do Maven clean install.
Command prompt I did actually. Maven I did.
I don't know why, but sometimes through this IDs, it doesn't work properly. When you just say project clean done, sometimes it doesn't work. So go to command prompt where your project is residing and just say Maven clean install. Hope the rest of you can just disconnect from the website.
I have one question with this. I didn't work on Maven. Is that like if you specify the dependency, those jars are getting downloaded?
Yes.
So you don't need to download specifically.
No, actually there will be a repository that we specify, and we need to have the internet connection also at that time. Like
you need to just specify the dependency in a given file.
Yes, in a format.xml file that gets resolved. And we just physically try to get the jar file, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's why. Because I
No,
don't
we don't do that in Maven. We specify it as a dependency. And it looks,
then directly it will download it.
I mean, it reflects the repository. If I have like 10 projects and I'm using this jar file, I don't have this jar file physically in my 10 projects like Ant.
Okay. Okay.
So I have a repository and all the projects look up in that saying, we specify the group ID and artifact ID version. That's all.
Okay. So, but when we're packaging it with the Maven, are we including those jars in a package? Like I'm specifying org.spring framework something in a Maven.
They come part of your classes. That class they'll get included.
Okay, they are included. Okay.
But usually, whatever we have, like the cumulative stuff, we try to specify. We try to put it in.
Because in a general, if I'm developing a project, we need to put a dependency or we need to add jars in a build path. What Maven is doing is just building your project, basically creating ER or WAR file.
Yes, whatever you will be having it in the runtime. You need to have it in the runtime, and you will be having it in the runtime.
Okay.
Sarosh, any last?
No, actually, Neha, do I have to go to that particular folder or write the command from user and then I just give Maven clean and
wherever the project, see, this is your project, let's say, right? Right click, just go to properties, you have the path of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The path like this, just copy this path, go to command prompt. See, you need to have Maven home variable set for it, I guess. So just go to the specific folder and say Maven clean install.
Okay, let me try.
Maven clean install. You should have Maven and the Maven home environmental variable should be set for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is that type.
So could you just try and email me as you're running out of time?
Sure.
You just email me, Saroj. I'll just reply you. And I think I could share you some sample settings.xml and highlight where we are specifying it probably.
Sure, I'll do that.
So missing artifact is nothing else other than the jar file is not present. So when you go to your repo, right, you should see com Oracle this one. If you have this specific version only, sometimes you have .jar.last updated. So make sure. You might be thinking that you have the jar file, it says .last updated or something. I mean, that happens sometimes, so I'm just giving you a hint. So make sure that you have this jar with the specific version in your repository. Missing artifact is just that reason wherein that specific jar file is not present.
Sure, I'm going to check it out once more and I'm going to email you in more details.
So did you specify the exact repository?
I think I did, but I think there is some manual we have to run some script because I was looking from the website and they gave a couple of steps and I tried but it didn't work out because this Oracle jar they say that it doesn't get copied in Maven.
Yes, folks, one more thing, some dependencies are not recognized in Maven.
Yes,
some dependencies, they are specific things. I mean, officially the IBM stuff has some issues. I'm not sure if Oracle has them. But some dependencies are not resolved with Maven.
So I think this Oracle dependency is not getting resolved.
Yeah, so at the time what we do is we have our own local repository and we put it in the local repository. That specific jar file, we create a local repository, not the Maven repository, and we use it actually.
Okay. And I said that I'm using this Hibernate template class.
Okay.
Sorry, Hibernate template.
I'm not able to understand what you are saying, Saroj.
I'm using the Hibernate template.
Okay.
That are provided by Spring Framework.
Okay.
And then Oracle and Hibernate template, and so it's getting very confused. My application is getting very confused.
I mean, try to go one after the other. right? Make sure your Maven Spring is working, make sure if your Maven Hibernate is working, and then try to plug it within both. So if you're trying everything, it's very difficult for you to do debug, or it becomes more clumsy, right? So I'm not saying don't try it, try part by part, granular approach.
Sure.
Okay.
Is it your office project, or you're saying like a class project? I mean, I'm asking the other person.
She's doing some project in her mission office.
Okay. Now, I thought like she's doing some like class project or something. So I thought like when we learn Spring and Maven.
No.
This is my own project.
She's doing herself.
Yeah.
Okay. So other thing is how this flow is going, like JUnit after that struts.
Yes.
And after that?
Spring. And after that, Webservices.
Okay. So how many days the struts will go?
I mean, I hope it takes a minimum of 15 hours.
Okay. That means 4 days. 15 hours?
15 hours means like, 15 classes. 15 classes?
Struts?
No. The rest of the things I'm saying.
No, I'm actually, it's like...
you're talking about struts?
No. What I'm trying to say is like...
you're thinking of bunking the classes? I mean, the exact material?
No. Actually, I'm still on the same note about struts and Spring. That's why, because I don't want to get confused, because this is the part, for this part I came in the class, basically Spring and Hibernate, web services, RESTful web services, and application server and all. So I was thinking, why struts instead of Spring? Just go for Spring instead of getting confused.
Okay, for your answer, it's up to you. You people learn only one after the other.
No, if I get a good reason, I'm not saying I'm going to bunk the class. I need to learn.
No, I completely understand what you're saying, and seeing you in the class for quite some time, I know you're not a kind of person to, leave the back. Actually, I understand what you're saying. Maybe instead of getting confused, let me learn Spring is what you're saying, right? If I learn Struts, MVC, and Spring, MVC, you might get more confused. That's what your concern is, right?
Yeah, because actually that's not my part of work, because I don't work in a front end. I work in a back end all the way. Problem is when you're taking interviews, people are trying to trick you if you don't know the Spring. So
Spring is not a front end.
No, it's like you see in a resume. If you see the resume, they'll write Spring, Hibernate, and all the stuff. Okay. Now you don't know the Spring. You can't ask a question, or if you ask a question...
Oh, you are learning Spring to ask interview questions? That's interesting.
No, because I'm taking interviews, that's why. The problem is, you see, if somebody is...
I completely get what you're saying. I'm not very strong at Flux, so when I see someone...
it's like...
I know what you're saying.
If you're trying to ask, like, core Java...
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website h2kinfosys.com. On our website h2kinfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020-337-17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.